the man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Really, we're talking
That's
about...
what I said. So
that's-
when they bullied her,
Yeah.
now, if she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our parenting.
If you know a child is being abused, or you see signs, a bruise or a child, it has to be investigated.
People barely even breathe when they are going for a shrebi and something.
Party.
You have to be
They can't
smart.
sit
If
down.
you see where they are dressing them up or dragging on both sides, you cannot you cannot breathe.
Oh,
And
wow.
these women will stay in those events for hours just to keep up with that beauty trend.
Is that healthy?
That's not healthy.
I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels, and we're reaching you live from our Lagos Network studio. Of course, Women in Conversation is a program designed for women to discuss about themselves.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
ITV, certainly the best.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Coming up on TPI.
I ended up putting 20 rounds into that car. I thought I'd kill him because the car ended up on the side of the road and I just assumed he was dead.
ITV.
Certainly the best.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on WIC, Women in Conversation, a place where we talk, where we discuss things that are affecting women, where we try to find solutions to those things that you might think there are no solution for, and a place where we discuss men just a little, because we had an argument behind the camera now, a man trying to make sure he sits on our head. But thank God we're able to stand up to him. And we're going to be having a special edition sometime next week or thereabout, where we'll be bringing in a man to discuss with us too as women. Anyway, I am not going to be doing this alone. I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels, but I'm not doing this alone. I have my women in the house. I have on my right Gift Okedo. Gift Okedo is a renowned banker. You're welcome, Gift. You know why I'm doing it? Because you stood up for the women today. Yeah. Thank you so much, Gift.
Thank you for having me again.
Okay, so and then I have Abigail Ojo. She is the CEO of Poised for Excellence Finishing School. We must finish school, that's what she's saying.
Thank you.
And so we have Helen O'Malley. Helen O'Malley is the CEO of M&G Enterprises. M&G Enterprises is a female and male fashion outfit. So you could just want to stop by her, in her office to find a Christmas wear for yourself or for your husband, even though we decide not to be talking about husbands here, but we just, try to give them gifts because we have the heart of love. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's just get the ball rolling. We're going to be talking about women and their money. It's very important. Very, very important. The way you said, gift. The way you said, let me start with you. Your money, is it a general money? Or is it your money?
Okay. So, how it's supposed to be is that my money is supposed to be my money. Your money is supposed to be our money. But as is high up, but because of we are loving and understanding, we can now come to the drawing table and say, okay, this is it. This is all the finance that they have, and this I will do this. I'll bring this, and then you bring this. So we agree. So for everything to go on smooth in the marriage, in the family, I think as a woman, that respect will come if you drop something on the table. You have that respect.
We always hear them say, what do you bring on the table? And I have a friend who said, I brought the children to the table. Which one did you bring? But anyways, how many % would you want to drop?
Well, as much as my heart is willing to.
Not they speak good English. Oh.
As much as my heart is willing to, yes. I believe that we are in this together. Now, in this present time and age, one person can't do this alone, except I want to be widowed, early enough, which I don't want. So I have to make sure that I support in whichever way I can. And I feel that should be the case for every woman out there. It may not be much. And that's why I'm going to look inwards to what I have and how much I'm able to spare per time. But what I'm not going to really take is for a man to say, okay, there is this bill. I'm going to do a 50, you do a 50, or I do a 70 and you do a 30. No, I would want it to come from a place of love, a place of I'm willing to do this with you, not having that discussion, what are you bringing? When we begin to do that, I think the man is really coming down from the level where the Lord has placed him.
Okay. For you, can you open a joint account with your husband?
Yes, I would say yes, because I should be able to open a joint account with my husband, but I will have
there's always a but for woman money.
I will get my
always a but.
Like seriously, there should be that but, because that same but is what keeps most women in abusive marriages, because they don't have the capacity to take care of themselves, let alone the children, because they're solely dependent on the man. But if I have my own money, I may not be able to afford an A-class school, but I should be able to do a B, between B and C, something average that my children are learned. And that's because I have my own money. If he gives to me, oh, lovely. But even in the course of the divorce or maybe separation, for you to say that you're not going to drop anything because you're not together, my children will leave. They will leave well. may be better than when we were even together.
Okay. She was saying something.
Yeah, I said I can.
Yeah.
But I have a joint account with my husband. But I will have my own account.
So it means you're going to be keeping some money secretly away from him, knowing that you have such
He might even know I have an account, but we don't know my statement of account or the amount in it or whatever. But he will know that I have an account.
Okay. A woman said, a man with money will change a broke woman's life. But a woman with money won't even look at a broke man. How true is this?
I disagree. I disagree. Now, I've seen marriages where women, what's this, the English, bridge the gap. Probably the husband lost his job or something, and the woman stand up. There are so
No,
many.
that is after they are married. This is saying a man with money, just like, we're still bringing Regina Daniels in here, I'm sorry. Just like Ned married her. Of course, she wasn't that rich when Ned married her. So this lady is saying a man with money would change a broke woman, probably marry a woman from the street with nothing and change her to become a big girl. We have a lot of examples here in Nigeria. But she's now saying that a woman with money, a rich woman, will never want to look at a broke man. How true is this?
I think 80% is true. 80% true. Because, babe, are they drive? No, wait. Let's look at it very well. Look at it very well.
Okay.
Well, I am a comfortable lady. I have my own money and everything. And then you, maybe later if you can't agree, but you can't pass me with slippers. Can say, hi, I love you. First thing, what will happen? I don't understand. From where to where?
Who is this?
Who is this? First
impression.
First impression is, who is this? Let's not bring Christianity into this thing now. First impression, I don't understand. See me, see wahala. That's the first impression.
Definitely. For me
But
too.
First
That would
impression
be my
will be, I don't get it. From where to where? But later, you can now start here and you might end up. But your first impression is from where to where. I'm sorry, that's mine.
What's your take
Well,
on that?
for me, we all have different views. For me, I believe that beyond what a man stands for, like physically, in the material, I mean, what he's able to put together and what he has, that's not what defines a man for me.
Yeah, that's why I said
believe
later.
there is something that drives him, and I may be that vehicle that would drive him to that destination. Yes, I believe that God can use anybody for anybody.
Yeah,
Okay, so if he's coming to me in the, should I say, through the path of marriage, and I see that I love him, I can see he has a vision, not just a man who has nothing and is not willing to do anything. If he has something that I'm able to sponsor, I'm able to fund, oh, why not?
I agree with you. That's what I said. I said first impression.
Yeah, she
I
said
said later.
Okay. She used an example.
I said
she
first
said
impression.
she's driving.
Yeah.
She's a maid woman. And then one guy just slapping his slippers, passing along the road
And
and
say,
saying,
"Hello, I love you."
hello, I think I love you. Can I have your number?
First
What will the
impression.
first
What?
impression
Yeah,
be?
you see the
Yes,
impression.
right.
Of course, yeah. So that's
Excuse me.
But
Exactly.
once we start talking, and then I say, oh, there's
There is
something
more
there.
to this
There's
guy.
something there. You
Yes.
just need a push. And
Exactly.
Fine.
Okay, we have had women who have pushed men, yeah, who have built men, because this saying is wrong. I have seen women who had, taken a man from nothing, just like you said, has a vision. Okay, this man has a vision. He has nothing to push his vision. Let me push his vision. And at the end of the day, they bring in a second wife, or they divorce, or they start cheating on her and start saying, you are not even my type. I married you out of pity. We have had such situations.
Yes.
What's your take on that? What
Yeah.
will you advise such a woman to do?
Well, there's a story, or there is an incident that happened recently. Well, a story per se, because I went through it, and it happens that the lady, she's the one that sponsored the guy. They are partners in Nigeria, and then she's outside the country, and then like that, she now brought the guy to a Western world, and they are there for some time. She works everything. She did everything for the guy, look for job, sponsor everything. He's coming there, sponsor everything. Now it comes to green card, like he wants to get a green card and the rates and all of that. And then she's even determined to do it. Spend all her money. The day they want to do it, that's the next day. She just walked inside and saw the guy making call. She was just at the door, and then the guy was like, the lady was like, that maga, she don't already they do the paper don't already set. Like, now maga now. She don't already do the paper don't set. Like, before you say, I will just agree, we get married. Yes, latest 6 months, I'll bring you over. The lady overheard everything he was saying. He said it to his wife in Nigeria, that this same girl did not know about. That the same lady that brought him
already has a wife in Nigeria.
2 children. Was like, how is my boy? You know, like that. So she now got all. She stood, heard every of the conversation. That she was with him. He was with her for 6 months. So the girl, she didn't say anything. She just behaved as if she knows. She didn't even react. She just went back to a coffee shop. She took coffee for 2 hours. She was there, just brooding and all of that. Then the next day, this is what she did. The next day was the interview for the guy to get his green card and the rest. That was how she went and canceled the interview and did everything. And then, when he went to do interview, he said, no, the person that is sponsoring has cancelled, and the rest was like, how come, babe, what's happened? And then he was telling, now me be the maga now. Maybe now me be the maga where you talk fake. And then she did everything, and in fact, deport the guy back to Nigeria.
Come and marry your wife.
Is she right or wrong? Our actions, what are we going to say about it?
Is she right or wrong?
Is he right?
Well, for me, I think she's right. Yes, in that case, I think she is. Being human, she's right.
Okay.
But a refined human, when I say refined, I mean in God this time around.
Okay.
I would allow you. But I know definitely you'll pay for it. You can't, yes, you'll pay for it. I won't be the one to beat you to it, but you get paid.
I like the way Gift is doing.
That's
yeah, the way she's doing. What's your take on that?
So you will hear all those things, and you will go ahead and give him green card, and you will become the maga.
Well, no. I'm not saying being the maga is whatever now. What I'm saying is it's about me.
Okay.
I'm responsible for what I do, the actions I take. Whatever you make out of it is on you. And that's why I believe no 2 women are the same thing. And I think that's why we're here. We have different views. For me, I believe that if I don't do it, well, someone else will. If we've gotten it to that point where you have the interview just for your green card, oh, why not? Please go ahead. But I know within my heart of hearts, you will get paid.
Where are you from?
Please, sorry, I want to ask her a question.
Because if a man find out that he is the maga and you are using him, he will stop it.
I know, but the thing is, one thing that has driven me to this point is, if it messes up with my peace, it is pretty expensive and I cannot afford it.
Before we go on a short break, we're going to be going on a short break. I need to know where you're from.
I'm from Osun State, Osogbo.
Here in Nigeria.
Here in Nigeria.
It's nice meeting you. Anyway, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please sit. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're still on WIC, Women in Conversation. And we just found out where she's from. And she told us she's from Osun State. Osun people. I give her a hand. Anyways, that is your perception, how you want to deal with that problem.
Yes.
Okay. How would you have dealt with it if you were in the shoes?
The same thing she did, the woman did. I would stop. Since I'm the maga and I don't want to be a maga. There's someone telling you you're an idiot and you don't want to be an idiot. So I will tell you I'm not an idiot. And then I will stop it. Go look for another maga and another idiot to give you that green card. Because you actually disrespected me. That is what it means. You think I'm foolish. You think I'm a fool. And then I have to let you know that I'm not a fool. Do you understand? You think you are wise. I have to let you know that I'm also wise. So you cannot use me and dump me, because that's exactly what he's trying to do. You don't use and dump. That is the highest of being disrespected.
Yeah.
Do you know that you can actually complete that process?
And
let him get the
then
green
he will not
card.
love you.
No. I'm done with the love part. I just want to do the natural thing we've been doing, the physical stuff. Complete it, fine. But I would get to a point where I would let you know, I heard so and so conversation on this day at this time with this person. And you know, there is this fear that grips the guy more than denying him the interview. Like, you mean you had all this information right with you and you still went ahead to do that? It means there is something deadly inside of me that I not, probably showed.
Sorry, on that aspect, some guys, they are the ones that will think that way, my sister. It's just some guys that can think that way.
2%.
It's not all, my sister. For me, on that aspect, as a Christian that I am, I will forgive you. But
After
you see
giving
that
the green card.
No,
you will not give green card.
I will not give the green card.
But I will forgive you.
I will forgive, forgive. But you know, sometimes we usually say we forgive and then forget is something very, very. So I will always have the, see you around, stuff like that, because you are in my care over there. So seeing you around is something that I will not be able to take. So I will have to send you back. Go and stay with your companion that you are doing the magazine.
I like the way she said it, send you back.
That will actually scar the woman for life. Because she would not be able to trust
She will not be stable.
Do you understand?
Okay, so you know what we're talking about that brought us to this?
Yes.
The woman and her money.
Exactly.
Okay, now the woman is the one that made the money and, helped him. And now he has disappointed her. Do you think that kind of woman would want to trust any other guy who doesn't have money and say, okay, let me build with this person? I mean, he has something up there. Let me, sponsor him, building. Do you think she will want to repeat that again?
She may not want to, but she shouldn't rule out the fact that she would still meet someone who would still come in that same light. And that's one thing. Like I always say, life has a way of testing your values. You preach this, you talk about this, you say this, you'll get tested for it. So if you say I'm the patient type, it's not you saying I'm patient. It is you acting out that patience when life is ready to test you. So for that lady, from this story, it means she has her own money. I can decide to relocate from wherever the guy is. It's your life, maybe I played my part and that's the end. I move on because I have my money.
All right.
Yes.
We would like to find out from you viewers what you would have done if you were in such situation. I would have brought him back. Take him away from Nigeria safe. If there's another place to take him to, trust me, I would have done that. That would have been my decision. Anyway, let's leave these women and money, because I'm sure the men that are watching will be like, women with their money, nobody sees their money. You see our money. Sometimes we go to the market, we buy foodstuffs without asking you for money. So you see our money at all times.
Do you know that our money is actually, we spend it on our on the family more than ourselves,
because it's shopping for the children without asking for
it. Yes. We buy things for you without asking. We buy things, we take care of ourselves without asking, and you were supposed to take care of us. Because if I go out and I'm looking all good, your husband is taking care of you. I'm giving you respect.
Honor.
I'm bringing honor to your name. So our money is also, we're also using it to take care of you. So it's our money. It's everybody's money.
Okay, let's move on. It's everybody's money. Is our money.
Yeah.
Our money is our money. It's your money. It's the children's money. Anyway, let's move on to something very drastic just before we round off this episode. Something very drastic. Let's talk about witchcraft in Africa and using Nigeria as a case study. Okay, a 50-year-old woman was killed and her 2 sons injured over alleged witchcraft in Jigawa State. She was beaten to death by a group of family members of a relative who has been bedridden, who, according to the eyewitness, consulted a native doctor for treatment and allegedly named the deceased as the person responsible for her illness. Is there really what we know or what is called witchcraft? Is there witchcraft?
we really cannot rule that out in Africa and as a Christian. We can't rule it out. I, for one, never used to believe that something like that exists. But as you grow up, you experience things, you see things, you hear things, and then you begin to wonder. If I say this thing true, not true. If I say this thing truly did. Do you understand? So you growing up from a certain environment, you might actually not want to believe. But in Nigeria, I think I should say yes. I think there's something like witchcraft. Yes.
Yes,
So
for
you-
me, I think it exists. Here in
does.
Africa,
It does.
There are powers. Yes. I'm not ready to share some experiences, but from those experiences, I can say that they exist. Yes, they do.
But you know, sometimes it could just be that you're just ill. It doesn't have to be that someone is making you fall sick. I think behind the camera I was discussing it, and I remembered at some point, some few months ago, I couldn't raise up my legs. Okay, my legs were really, really bad. It was paining me. So if I was in a situation where maybe in a village setting or in a situation where I'm always scared, you know, there's witchcraft, I would have thought someone, but it never crossed my mind. I knew it was a medical thing and I needed help from a doctor. So I went to meet the right doctor and the right thing was done and it went. Okay, and then we have also seen situations in Akwa Ibom, Calabar, you know, where they throw these children into the bushes saying that they are witches. And then we know the white woman from the US who came and rescued them. Yes, thank you for reminding me her name. She rescued some of these children. Some of them are graduates now. Some are living with her in the US. If there's witchcraft, why didn't they kill her? That's my question. If there were witches like the society claimed, why didn't they kill her?
Kill the same woman or
the woman,
The woman that helped her, yes.
And because I think because they don't believe it over there, kind of, and we here we feel these Western people don't believe it as well. We Nigerian or Africans, we feel those people there over there that came to rescue the children.
Yeah.
We here in Nigeria, we believe those people over there, that's the white woman that came.
They know better.
They don't believe such.
So
She now came as should I say, to rescue these children in her own perspective, the way she understands this. This is not what it's supposed to be. We don't believe in this kind of thing and all of that. I feel that's one of the reasons. And they cannot just do that to a foreigner here in Nigeria. It's not right.
You know, this particular topic, witchcraft is not something maybe sometimes you do physically. It is under a spiritual stuff, maybe atmosphere or something like that. And so sometimes people don't even need to see you physically before they do this thing.
Because we hear them saying it to them abroad.
Yes.
Exactly.
I've heard stories, I've seen a whole lot of stuff. For me not to believe that witchcraft exists, it does. But one thing I stand on, and which I've held on to for years, is the Bible says, if your ways pleases God, He will make your enemies to be at peace with you.
Exactly.
So witchcraft to me, they're like my enemies. And if my way pleases God, He will make them to be at peace with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But thank you. Fine. But I am still asking.
That woman.
That same.
Why did they not
the
help?
children.
Yes.
The children that were rescued from the bushes, they were thrown into the bush because they believed they were witches. Yes. And they were left in the bush to die. Okay?
Yes.
They didn't die. And someone came from the Western world to rescue them. Some of them today are doctors. I follow the stories. Some of them are doctors, some of them are living in the US, some of them are doing so well. Why didn't they harm this woman?
Okay, now I
that's the
get
point.
your story. Now I get it. Well, for me, I believe that those children may not be witches. Now, for a community to do that to their children or any particular child, it tells you that that community is a cake and far from civilization. Even if you have a child, okay, let's say for example, we've actually noted, we've tested everything and we can tell that this child is a witch. For every civilized community or environment, they would take the child to probably those who can help cast out the demons and do stuff like that. The fight is not against the child. It should be against whatever demons. So they should take the child to the authority in charge of that instead of throwing them away. So that community first is archaic. They are far from civilization, and I don't think we should be expecting so much from them. Really.
Okay, then how do you now identify who, according to you, is a witch?
Oh well, I don't.
It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing.
It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, it's a spiritual thing. It's not something.
There are so many people that they would interpret this thing in different ways. Now, there are some people that you don't hate them, but naturally you don't just like them.
Yeah.
Now, when you don't vibe together, when you don't move together, they believe, for this person not to like me, she must be a witch because I carry light, I carry God in me. You don't know you carry something else inside of you. You understand? So for me, there is no free template to say, when you see this, then it means this person is a witch. No. And for that community to have killed that woman, if we bring it to the religious setting, you hear a few religious authorities say, even the Bible says, suffer a witch not to live.
Okay, so you are saying,
which I don't agree with.
Okay.
Yes, because God coming to, Jesus Christ coming to save us. He came for everybody, regardless of who you've been. A witch, a wizard, a prostitute. He came for everyone. So he came to destroy those powers working in you. He loves you as a person. That witch is loved by God. But he has come to fight that power behind that behavior, or maybe whatever it is that we are doing. So if let's even say those children be thrown away. Now a white woman have come to rescue them, and they're doing so well now. That only points to one thing: those children are not witches.
We're going to be rounding off by your talk. What do you think, or how do you identify a witch in 1 minute?
I really don't think a witch can be identified by just barely looking at them and oh, this is a witch now. In fact, a witch can be the nicest person.
Prettiest. Exactly.
Might even be, not even prettiest, nicest. Like they can be very good.
Yes,
but you don't know who that person is. So it takes the grace of God. It takes you being actually spiritually in tuned to actually know,
to discern.
To be able to
so
discern.
how do we discard witches around us? Prayers? Cursing them, casting them.
Prayers.
I believe in prayers. I believe in prayers.
That's
will.
Yeah.
Yes, because it brings you under the shadow of the Almighty, and nothing evil can come in that space. That shields.
It brings us under the shadow of the Almighty. Thank you for joining us on today's WIC. We talked about witches. I'm still not understanding when someone is called a witch. I will try to understand it properly, but I'm still not understanding it. I hope next time you guys can join us to make us understand who a witch is really and how we can identify a witch. Thank you for joining us on today's WIC. I'm Patricia Ulumo.
ITV, certainly the best.
Much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is Politics Today, and I am Wilson Omasha. Today's edition, we're taking a look at the corruption in the oil and gas industry. You know, the resignation of the NMDPRA and, of course, the NUPRC chairman because of the allegation leveled against them by the chief executive. Well, I say, yeah, the MD CEO of Dangote conglomerates, yes, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, petitioning them about corruption. At first, nobody thought that that would really lead to any shakeup. But guess what? It happened. The shakeup happened, and they resigned. And that is what we'll be talking about today. It's going to be a one-on-one discussion with a professor from Novena University. Join me to welcome no other person than Professor Anthony Ejewere. Prof, it's a pleasure to have you this morning on set with me.
It's nice to be here this morning. Welcome, viewers.
And of course, after this interview, we'll have another one-on-one with Yusuf, yes, Esquire, the chairman of the League of Patriotic Lawyers. When it comes around, we'll take a look at the state of the nation and matters arising. Now, when the news broke about the fracas between Dangote and, of course, the executive of, NUPRC and the rest of them, what came to your mind before the fallout really started?
Well, it's most unfortunate because over the years, the oil sector has been a problem, even during Buhari's time. When PDP was in government, the impression was given that there should be no subsidy and all that. And why is the Jonathan government still applying paying subsidy? Because it is believed that drilling the resources of the nation. And in view of that, it was not right, because many independent marketers were taking advantage of it to be, selling our product across our national boundary, our African countries, and they were making a whole hell of money. The president, Buhari and the rest of them, even Awoshoyinka and all that, they all went on national protests, that it should stop, and that government, the Jonathan government at that time, is not helping the situation. But we're surprised that during Tinubu's government now, subsidy that they were getting had now been removed. And we're aware that there have been calls from activists and media houses that a lot of mess is going on in NNPC. So one would have expected that the president would have put a capable hand instead of him to be the Minister of Petroleum. We would expect that he would have put a capable hand there to ensure that things are done properly. And this problem of oil theft and mismanagement of our oil wealth should not occur. But unfortunately, that did not happen. We are aware that the president is very busy. And since he's a very busy man, I don't see him to be able to monitor what is going on in the oil sector. That's why if he had put a capable hand to do that, then that would have perhaps to some extent addressed the problem. Though we have Minister of State for petroleum, but again, it doesn't have the monopoly of power to be able to do what he was doing. And it's like the president just said, hey, since I'm busy, you just take care of things and report back to me. So he just capitalized on it like the average typical Nigerian would do, and he was helping himself with the resources. And that to some extent was affecting the activity of Dangote, who in turn raised alarm and said, hey, this man is not helping the oil market. And perhaps that is what explains why the price has been waving, and there's been some kind of internal crisis, silent crisis between Dangote and NNPC, where Dangote will say, hey, we want to sell directly to oil marketers, private oil marketers. And NNPC will say, no, give us the product. We know how to sell it to oil marketers. And that, to a great extent, was not affecting the price, the oil price, the petroleum price in the market that is supposed to come down in view of Dangote's low price, low pricing system of the product. But NNPC did not allow that. So it's the end product we are seeing today, because people just wanted to help themselves with with the resources that is the mono economy resources that is coming to Nigerians, and it's not helping issue. And so that is where we are today.
All right, now, do you want to now deduce that it's all about the oil price, or all about who controls the market? That is the essence or the reason behind this fight for Dangote to raise an alarm, and of course petitioning, yes, executive of the NMDPRA that led to the resignation?
Well, I think it's competition, pure competition, and besides pure competition, there's this idea of they are not allowing Dangote to control its market, because NNPC is an independent, Dangote is an independent oil marketer and producer also. So he wants to perhaps give the best to Nigerian consumers, in view of the fact that he tried to produce the product at a lower price and sell to Nigerian consumers at a lower price. But that is not, that did not all go well to NNPC. NNPC wanted this normal tradition to continue, where, Nigerian consumers will be, overpriced and they'll be making money for themselves. I think they wanted that tradition to continue, and Dangote wasn't comfortable with it. There's this socio-political aspect of it too. You know, Nigerians expect that, Oga Dangote, you built a refinery in Nigeria, and we expect that you did that to, you know, ensure that you beat down price of petroleum product. So why are we not getting the result? So I think that social pressure on Dangote also made him to raise alarm and say, hey, NNPC, enough is enough. You see that you shape in or you shape out, and that explains why a petition was written. And after investigation, government saw what he was saying makes a lot of sense, and that is what led to the shake-up in NNPC. It's a good omen, but we expect that we think that is not just the end. It's done with the dress. I think government have to do more serious auditing of NNPC and correct this supply channel of fear, and serious auditing of how much of the product is coming in, how much is government making, how much government supposed to make, and all that. And when things like that are checked, I think the mess there will be curtailed. And and that is why I also said earlier, it is better the president and just play a supervisory role, put a minister there, petroleum, and also put, you know, Minister of State for, so that they can check balance themselves, you know, because naturally with the heavy load the president is carrying, I don't see him being able to monitor what is going on in NNPC. So at the end of the day, it falls back to the Minister of State for Petroleum. So it's like giving opportunity for him to do what he did, and that is where we are today.
All right, now with this resignation, do you think that it's going to curb the tide of corruption in the upstream and downstream sector? Remember, no notice we are given by these men. They just resigned after speaking to Mr. President.
He has no choice. We see he has no choice. He was asked to resign. You know, I said earlier that with the petition Dangote wrote, you know, Dangote is not just any other Nigerian. He is one of the greatest entrepreneurs in the Nigerian economic system. And so, he contributes a lot to the GDP of Nigeria economy. And therefore, when a man like that speaks, government must listen, because he plays a major role creating employment and stimulating economic growth in the country as an individual. So when guys like that speak, government must listen. And so I think government took the action they did maybe after serious investigation, and they discovered what he was saying was correct. So not to embarrass the man, you know, he was given a soft landing.
We are coming to that. Because right now we talk about Farouk Ahmed being the chief executive of Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, and of course we have his counterpart, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Benga Komolafe. Both of them just resigned.
Yes.
Now, if we're really serious about the fight against corruption in the upstream, midstream,
and
downstream sector, would they just be allowed to resign without giving account of their stewardship? Because that seems to be the matter on the ground.
Yes, I can see what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. But you know, in the Nigerian system, once you're a party loyalist, you know, most party loyalists are the ones occupying various government positions. Once you're a party loyalist, unfortunately, you know, the government in power tends to tread softly with members of his party who are occupying political positions. You know, we don't know the role. We don't know the role he has played during the campaigns, and we don't know the financial commitment he made during campaigns. So occupying that position is a kind of compensation. And so when they want to handle such individuals, they tend to tread softly, you know, so that there will be no political disorganization between them and the government in power. So I'm not too surprised where we've seen there are trends, there are examples where the media will blow certain wrongdoings among government officials.
Because Nigerians are like asking these two fellows, Farouk and Komolafe, they were not the one that told the country or the nation that are resigning. It took an Onanuga, Bayo Onanuga, the special advisor to the president on information to make that particular announcement. Can one deduce that they don't want Nigerians to know the wrath in the upstream, midstream, or downstream sector? Because Nigerians are asking questions. How come it was the special assistant on information to Mr. President, begging a part of Bayo Onanuga was the one that made the announcement? We have a Farouk that was found wanting according to the petition written against him, and we have a Komolafe also that was indicted. They never wrote anything. They didn't say anything. It was an information that came out from the office of Mr. President through a special assistant on information. How can one really accept this as Nigerians if you take a look at the case, generally speaking?
We're saying it is sad. You know why I said it's sad? You know, like the story I was trying to build up much earlier. That this political patronage thing, you know, that if you're a member of a political party who is at the center of governance, you know, and your members, either they are occupying political office or whatever, commit an offense, if you watch the trend over the years, they tend to take it easy, you know, and that is where institutions come in, you know. If we have strong institutions, you know, like they call the various corruption agencies and all that. This is where they are supposed to come in. Activists, this is where they are supposed to come and continue to, you know, hammer on the thing. Hey, these individuals that all of a sudden resign, what is government doing to ensure that what happened did not happen again and all that? What has government done to checkmate them? What is the result of the investigation and all that? Government will be put on its toes. You know, and government is put on their toes. They have no choice, and tell the agency, ICPC, EFCC, and all that, say, hey, go and investigate those people, and it should be made public. And when that is done, it talks about confidence. You know, the people will have confidence in the government. But a situation where things like this happen, like you rightly observe, the government seems to, you know, special advisor is the one handling a very serious matter that concerns the lives of Nigerians, then there's a problem. There's a problem. So I think if the government want to be honorable, especially when election is at the corner, you know, they should be seen to be upright, do things with integrity, you know, so that Nigerians will have confidence in them. Because if you come to look at it seriously, that is the major source of revenue to our economy. And when anything happens to petrol, you know, then we are finished. So I expected the government to, you know, deal with this matter draconally, you know, and not just take it with kids' glove as if it's a normal routine thing, you know. That goes to question also, does the government have principle? Does the government know that Nigeria is a project? Does the government know that they are representing the people and not themselves? They are merely messengers. You know, that is where we miss, that's where government officials miss the thing. They have this wrong impression that we who voted into power were servants and why they are the masters. Democracy is not like that. It says government for the people, by the people. So we expect that by the time politicians in Nigeria start seeing the people as their master, because they are serving the people.
All right.
Yes. They are serving the people.
Now let's take a look at this picture. Chris Ngige right now is in detention.
Yes.
And we have a serious issue like this that indicted Farouk and of course Benga Komolafe.
Yes.
No arrest
was
made. No invitation as at now by the EFCC, despite the fact that Dangote wrote a petition.
Yes.
Now, what can one make out of this?
You see, I think indirectly I've answered that question. It is only 2 point something billion. By Nigeria estimation, Whereas in a place like US or Britain, even if it's $1, it makes a difference. As long as it's government fund, it's a very serious matter. My brother, that is where I said institutions matters. Institutions are not giving the independence to do the right thing. And government does not allow them to work, because government interfere, the government in power normally interfere in the institutions. Okay, that's why there's all sorts of noise about our judiciary system, our what do you call it? These agencies, all these consumer
protection agencies,
consumer protection agency, our EFCC, ICPC, and the rest of them. All these are anti-graft agencies that are supposed to stand up and say, hey, we heard what has happened, and individual political activists, this way they are supposed to be active, and say, no, this one will not happen. They should go to court, file in all these, what do you call it, EFCC, and file petition against this individual. And government will, in turn, will now be forced to do something. And by that time, government will be on its toes. But what we are seeing presently in the country is like, hey, it's either you dance to the tune of the government or you are in trouble. And we are seeing it in political parties, where parties are forced to belong to the center. And when you refuse to belong to the center, then you are in trouble. And how do you enjoy democracy? Are we still having the flavor of democracy? The answer is, of course, no. Nigeria is no longer enjoying democracy, because where you are now, the country now tends to be going to one-party state. Then the beauty of democracy has been raised, because democracy is competition, okay, among political parties, and each of them trying to do something to help the electorate, okay, to do something for the electorate. And the beauty of it, by the time PDP, APC, and other political, Labour Party and all that, they are doing something in their respective states, okay? Including as a senator or House of Rep member, then the electorate will not be interested in which of the party they think will serve their purpose much better.
All right. Now, just on the fact that many persons are applauding the action of Aliko Dangote, some are saying that this might not be unconnected to the fact that he wants to monopolize the downstream sector. What's your view on that?
I don't subscribe to that school of thought. I don't subscribe to it. They could as well also said, how come that since Dangote is involved in the petroleum and downstream sector, that the price of fuel is now gradually coming down? You can just imagine if NNPC had monopolized it.
But NNPC reduced the pump price also by 18 naira.
Yes.
After Dangote's reduction.
You have said it. You have answered the question as well. It's the pressure from Dangote that forced them to do it. Otherwise, all your independent oil marketers will abandon their product.
But they are scared of monopolizing the market by this one singular entity.
I don't subscribe to that school of thought that Dangote is monopolizing. Look, Dangote is contributing a lot to the economic growth of Nigeria. Is it GPP and national growth? It's contributing a lot, GMP and GMPP. So if you look at the whole situation, you will discover that Dangote is contributing a lot to the economic growth of Nigeria. So a man like that should be encouraged. And some will say it's like monopolizing the cement market. Now they are talking about the oil market and all. So have they also thought for once, just imagine that Dangote was not there. His products are not in the market. Only government is serving the purpose of the individual. What could have happened? So Dangote's activity in our economic system encourages competition, okay, and gives consumer the opportunity to choose which product they want to buy in the market. And that in turn also reduces the price of the product in the market. So an individual like that is contributing to the growth of the economy. We are not also saying that is monopolizing the Nigerian oil market or any other market for that reason. But the basic fact is that any businessman is out to maximize profit. And the process of maximize profit, some people may pay the price. But again, it's not his fault. Because if you also come to look at what are the parameters, what are the variables that is affecting productivity, you also have to take that into consideration. Because the cost of production in Nigeria right now is very, very high. You know, in view of the high exchange rate, in view of the cost of buying the input of production and all that, you know. And if you also look at the general cost, total cost of production, it's high. So are some Nigerians now saying that this cost should not be built into cost of production, whereby it will now also affect the unit price, or what you call the marginal price of the product? Naturally, it will affect it. So you don't expect, even if you go to our local markets, are the prices still the same? Are Nigerians not readjusting? Are sellers of tomatoes, rice, and beans in the market, are they not readjusting? Are they selling their product at the old price? Are they not selling at the new price? In view of the negative influence of the economic system they find themselves. So Dangote is in the same, it's just that Dangote is operating at a higher level. So you expect that the price variation caused by the unfriendly economic environment should also affect its activities, you know, and in turn, Nigerians will pay the price. So I think the focus should be government. There should be a good economic policy whereby businesses in Nigeria will thrive better. And Wilson, you still remember, it's not long ago during Jonathan's government, Amon was a bag of rice. It was 8,000, 9,000. The quality one, so you can get 7,000 a bag of rice. So what was the cost of that low pricing system? It's because there was an expert from World Bank called Ngozi Iweala who brought her expert opinion, economic expert opinion, you know, on how to run the economy. And at the end of the day, it was better off for the government and Nigerians.
Well, thank you so much for having these minutes with us on this particular platform. He had his own opinion. He said it's a good thing that Dangote is around the corner, regulating prices, giving that competition to NNPC. That means NNPC should wake up. How would I put in a resignation, so to speak, of these two gentlemen indicted with corruption allegation? The question now is, do you feel that the upstream sector, midstream sector, and downstream sector will be corruption-free? That will be the next question I will throw to Yusuf Abubakar Esquire, talking about the chairman of a League of Patriotic Lawyers. After this break, don't go away. meeting, if you just joined us, this is Project Student. We're diving in straight into the state of the nation. And of course, matters arising. The guest with me here in the studio is none other than Yusuf Abubakar, is the Chairman League of Patriotic Lawyers. And of course, once upon a time in 1983, SUG President, UNIBEN. Yes, University of Benin here, Benin City. It's a pleasure to have you join us on set today. Thank you so much for making our time to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
All right, so let's get to the point. Corruption in the oil and gas industry was at the forefront recently with the resignation of the CEOs of Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Agency and Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Agency. What's your take on the circumstances surrounding this resignation, particularly Dangote's allegation?
Well, I would say that resignation was that the headsman there would give us his stewardship. And if this fails within 3 days, we're going to court. And we had already assembled a galaxy of 10 senior advocates of Nigeria. We're ready to muscle him. And if that one had failed, we are going to the streets to do what we know best, that's demonstrations and all that. So we're happy, and we praise Dangote in no small measure in coming to our rescue. And this should not be the end of it. We should go further down to see how deep that institution itself has gone. You know, thank God that you know, the product is going down, and we also caution Aliko Dangote that this should not leads to gradual, you know,
monopolization of the market.
Yeah, so it will. In fact, he promised us that he's going to add 4,000 more trucks, CNG. This will further lead to, you know, reduction of price of the PMC. So I give kudos to Dangote and also give kudos to Mr. President, the way he reacted, how he swiftly ensured that the man was showed the door. That one will stop a National Assembly for engaging in bureaucratic pigeonholes and administrative lethargy of investigating him. Now that he has left the scene, so we'll continue to monitor the sleaze in that place. So we are impressed, and yeah.
All right, now despite the excuse me, the construction, of course, the functioning of Dangote refinery, Nigerians are still importing. That is top marketers are importing fuel despite the price of Aliko Dangote refinery. Now, with Aliko Dangote bringing down the prices of petrol, don't you think it's going to run some major marketers out of the market, leading to monopolizing the market by Aliko Dangote?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the first caveat I put there, that Dangote should not see this as a green card to be an absolute man in monopolizing the markets. But be that as it may, the importers we are having now, let us ensure that their quality will meet the standards, like the sulfur content and what have you. The 47, you know, licenses given out by the former boss who threw in the towel recently should be thoroughly investigated to ensure that it was not meant to be job for the boys. You know, anything that would succor the common man, now we are going to be the watchdog and will continue to encourage not only Dangote, but this I'm surprised that Dangote is taking the forefront. To me, I think he's a crusader of the year. Let him continue to do that. We expect to see him in the streets when we are demonstrating next time, to come and demonstrate, you know, in support of the people, the way police and the wretched of the earth, and not just a one-time thing. He should continue to aggregate his interest and ensure that the people's wish is succoring or reducing this suffering is made manifest.
All right, now talking about other matters arising, what's about sort of the nation? The troubled former AG of the Federation is having a turbulent time with Crimes Commission with the former, Abubakar Malami calling on the EFCC boss to rescue himself from his investigation and trial. You have always supported the EFCC boss, so Olukorede, what's your take in this unfolding drama?
Let me say it would be a misnomer to say that the league has always supported Kayode Olukorede to, you know, in his quest to sanitize the system. You know, we have, you know, even more cases, you know, against the EFCC than our so-called support. But what we have always been saying is that they should give Olukorede the chance to sanitize the system. Because from his, you know, background, he has contributed immensely to giving the commission a very good name, and it's like a reincarnation of Ribadu. I think Malami is being clever by half, because his era as Attorney General, he was almost extinguishing the Crimes Commission. So the issue of asking the Commission's chairman to step down is uncalled for. It's not. It does not have the right to choose and pick the institution that should investigate him.
But he's a Nigerian. He has the right to act as a Nigerian.
Yeah. What he ought to do is to keep his godfather dry, go to court and tell them that he has not gotten the right, transparent investigation, and not to resort to social media ballyhoo. So he should subscribe like he has done now. He's fair to the jurisdiction of the Commission and the EFCC. The Olukorede will know he's a lawyer, and I know he will not suffer foot gladly. He will not unnecessarily punish in quote Malami. Even when he was working there as a chief of staff to Magu, he never really had any direct, altercation with Malami.
So why now?
So that's why I'm saying that Malami is trying to be clever by half. So nobody should be above the law. Once you are invited, you should go there and face the investigation, and eventually we'll have your day in court. It's already in court.
But some Nigerians are quite worried, because they are saying that this invitation by the EFCC, some of them are selectively done. What's your take on that?
Sorry, say that again?
That some of them are selectively done. For instance, take a look at Farouk. We've not seen him yet been invited by the EFCC, but for Ngige, he's been detained.
Well, I think we should be a bit patient, and I do not subscribe to the fact that Olukorede, we know, can play the devil's advocate.
But someone saying that's what he's playing right now.
Well, like I told you, don't forget that. Look at Yaya Bello, look at Ngige. They are all members of the APC, the ruling party. So if it's going to be a selective thing, it will start by, protecting those from that political party. I think, the typical Nigerian will always want to play to the gallery. I think Olukorede will be the last person. Indeed, when he became evasive, Yaya Bello became evasive in his arrest, he came out openly to say that unless he takes him to court, he was ready to resign. And I'm sure he meant it. So he's facing trial. There's something people are missing. Yeah. Once the commission arrests you and you are taken before the court, it's not really in the domain of the EFCC to ensure you are convicted. People think that once you are taken to court and you are not convicted, or you have, because of the depth of your pockets, you're able to get lawyers and so on, you should be taken there. So Olukorede has no power to convict you. He will try to put the facts before the court like he's doing, and it's left for the court to, allow that man's case to end in a conviction or acquittal. But we have often recommended to government that there should be a special court to try the people that are running foul of the law, not like the typical court that, will suffer frivolous adjournments and all that. There should be a special court to try these people, and this should be a time frame to try them. So Olukorede does not have the power to convict you, nor does he have the power to determine the length of time a particular trial will take. At times you go to his office, the few times we've been able to see him. 12 midnight, he's still there working, his acts, out to ensure that he gets the necessary, results. So you just think what the polity would have been if there had been no EFCC.
Many Nigerians are not satisfied with the way and manner in which the EFCC operates, as he accusing them that they are the watchdog of Mr. President.
Well, like I say, like I told you before, you discover that some people facing trial now, they are also very close to Mr. President. Yaya Bello, Ngige, when Ngige left 2 days ago, he went to APC convention or APC distance. So I'm not sure it is really transparent, or it is fair to say that is a spat, or is going to be used as a political chip to bargain. Yeah. I know Olukorede as a lawyer, he will be ready to resign and face the church, which is noted for if anybody tries to use him.
All right.
As a kickback.
As a kickback.
Or as a bringback to settle political scores.
Well, some Nigerians are looking at you right now on screen, maybe like to the Kwankwaso movement because of the hatchet putting on. And your boss, Dr. Musa Kwankwaso, has been usually quiet in ensuring political drama. He's neither supporting Tinubu, as seen for the occasional jibes at the presidency, nor is he a part of the coalition. This is further confusing political pundits of that particular stand. So can you kindly assist us in unpacking all this? Neither here nor there. So where is he, by the way?
You see, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso the leader of the Kwankwansia movement and the political parties NNPP is a very withdrawn and processed person. He doesn't talk much. He's very mellow, and you know. So right now we are trying to do a reassessment of the political system, political culture, not only Kano but in the country. Don't forget that initially they said Kwankwanso was edging towards the APC and all that. We are studying all, like I said here the other day, we are studying all the political parties. You know, Kwankwansia movement is not just it's not a political institution, it's also a way of life. We discovered that a lot of people are decamping. And we are not in a hurry in convincing them not to decamp. But what Dr. Musa usually tell us, when the time we see him is in his residence, he will say that those who want to change the system, they should be able to be patient. So these people now going out of the political party, we expected them to do that because they do not have the patience, they do not have the guts to walk outside the political party. But very, very soon you will hear from Dr. Musa Rabi Kwankwanso, the direction we are taking.
Because it's been rumored that he wants to decamp to the AP. So all of a sudden there was a stall in that movement. He never did. In terms of popularity and of course the strength of the NNPP, do you think they have any impact in the forthcoming general election if they do not pitch camp with either the ruling party or the opposition?
Let me tell you the truth. Right now, we are yet to make up our mind. With by next your calculation, we have about 8 million registered voters. We make it the highest in the entire country, and we have not taken a stand, like I told you. Yeah. And but as it stands, Dr. Musa Rabi Kwankwanso is in the race, and he has indeed thrown his cap into the ring. If he wins, he will be the statesman.
Don't forget also Alhaji Abubakar also is there. Yeah. And Peter Obi is trying to make up his mind on where to belong. For our own president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know his stand already. He's already in the race.
Yes, like I was trying to say, if he wins, he will be the statesman that he has always been. If he does not win, he will be the sportsman that he has always tried to be, tendering his resignation with the greatest political decorum.
Interesting.
So we are not in a hurry.
All right.
Because we are not there to get any morsel of bread, but we are there to ensure that the people's political well-being is quite catered for.
And of course, PDP and APC, Labour Party, they have the same notion that they're there to cater for the people. Not to worry, we want to go for a break. When we return, we'll continue with this discussion. Do not go away. We'll be right back. Today with me here in the studio, it's Yusuf, right? I got a name correct.
Yusuf Abubakar, that's true.
Abubakar, yeah, one-time union government, yeah, the president of the SUG. That was in far, long time ago, 1983. That should be 42 years ago.
Then about.
Yeah, 42 years ago.
We're in our teens and all that, so we're very radical and hot-headed.
All right. Yeah. Right now, you've been an activist.
Yeah.
Do you see a chance whereby you march onto the streets to demand for accountability in this particular issue that has to do with the upstream, midstream sector, that has to do with Farouk and his counterpart? Yeah. They just went out there, they resigned. Yeah. Nobody's inviting them right now. The announcement was made by the Special Assistant to Mr. President on Information that they have resigned. Yeah. Not that the Nigerians should ask for accountability.
Yes, we already done that, or we are doing that, at the League level, League of Patriotic Lawyers. Don't forget that 2 days before his resignation, like I told you the other time, we had already given the government ultimatum that if this man is not taken out, we are ready to go to court. And since the president was able to beat that, we're also asking the president to proceed, not only to investigate them, to ensure that they are taken out before the various agencies for trial. Because to have spent about $5 million to bring forth students' education, I think is colossal in this present time of lack and trepidation. I think barely resigning is not the way to go. We are going to give the government a further ultimatum to ensure that these people, they are not only identified, but they are also equally punished.
Well, can we talk about Professor Adamu Beki that just passed away? You were the last student union leader in Unibank at that time that he had before Lily Williams. What can you remember most about him?
Well, Professor Adamu Beki was very, very fatherly. He was proactive. People do not really know this aspect of him, that when he was in ABU, he was also the president of student union in his days. Wow. So we had a very robust relationship. That was why when other student leaders were demonstrating, Beki was, University of Benin was a bit reticent, because most of the things we wanted to do, he was always giving it to us. And even as a member of student disciplinary committee, he also called me aside and encouraged me that I know you are a minority member of that committee. Whatever decision they are going to give, which is going to be anti-student, you have a right to also write your minority report. And I think, and he also had the gift of genius, which defies analysis. Very brilliant man, intelligent. Little did you ever wonder that till the last days he was still lecturing and lecturing. So I hope to be in Kano to honor him when he's going to be interred. So we are waiting for the schedule so that we'll pay him our last respect. He was a great man, just like the predecessor in office, Professor T.M. Yusufu, who is considered my uncle. He was also equally very great. So we have a list of all the greats coming together to make Unibank what it is today.
Okay, remember there is a simulcast both on TV and of course on radio. It's time for you to speak your mind. Yeah, on what is really happening in the upstream, midstream, and of course downstream. So we're talking about the corruption allegation leveled against Farouk and his counterparts, so to speak, and it led to the resignation. The UPN, them resigning is enough punishment, or Nigerians should ask for accountability. The number to call is right there on your screen. Let's take this call. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. My name is Solomon Afaga. Good morning to analysts in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
My take is very simple. Are we sure that tomorrow this person will not be grand ambassador? If we are fighting corruption, the leaders of today, let's fight corruption sincerely. I find that something wrong with this administration now. When you ask of accountability, they will tell you, are we working or we are not working? Nigeria is asking for accountability. This NNPC so far now, going 3 years, how much have been spent in this refinery that is not working? Who released the money? Who they answer to? It's my simple question as a common citizen. Because at the end of the day, we found out that we are fighting those who claim to be opposition or who don't want to be loyal to us or who is refusing to sing or your mandate we shall stand. Nigeria will not move forward like this. We believe we are in corruption. How do we stop corruption and limit corruption? Supposed to be a concern of every citizen. And for the Kwakwaso, I will beg him to relax. Those who is ready to change this country, whether good or bad, must really have to be patient. Remember the president we have today. He was patient in that party that time. Even when they tried to suffocate him, he stood on his ground. Today, it's not the boss of the politics in Nigeria, but we will remember him with all this story. The issue of Emefiele, house will recover. The house going for Nigeria now. We don't know. And we claim we are fighting corruption. Like in Nigeria here now, when you have accountability, they say you are enemy, you are opposition. I don't know how we are going to grow from here.
Thank you.
That's my take.
Thank you, Taga. Well, 0807777. You know the order. Did you just call the number? Let's get to here. Okay, hold on. Let's take this call. Hello.
Hi, hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to Politics Today. What's your name or where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm Godfrey, the voice of the honorary people.
All right, Godfrey, go ahead.
Yes, what Dangote did is very, very good. It's very, very good. These people have been making the resources of this nation, these NNPC people. Yes, and I want to ask, the way they are running this NNPC, if it's a government business, the way the government of the day is even running this, the government companies, can they run their own private business like that? Now, why am I saying it? Refinery has been destroyed for more than 40 years, 30 to 40 years. And yet you are paying people salary for doing nothing. But now, why would they not be happy to go to destroy the refinery? Because they know that they are gaining from it. Now, even America, the oldest refinery in the world that have been built for 18th century, is still working today. Now, how can people be running government business like that? Most of these people in government, they have their own private business. Can they do it like that? You employ workers. They are not doing anything. You will pay their salary at the detriment of the public. So that is why these people are really making the resources of this nation. God is exposing them one by one. So that is the government will have a rethink.
Thank you.
Of what they are doing, of the way they are running this, our companies, our government companies.
Thank you. Thank you so much. One more call. We call on Yusufu to give his closing remark on this particular discussion about the state of the nation, and of course to some questions that was raised in course of the interview. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Usagi from Siloko Road.
Go ahead, Usagi.
I think the issue of this NFTC, if I may ask, what are they really doing? Because for me, I think I don't see anything they are doing. So I think the government should just shut it down, or they should privatize it. I think they said they wanted to sell the refineries. So they should sell it so that it should be a private business so that everybody can rest. Thank you.
All right, just for information right now, NNPCL is a private entity, just on the part of government, but without limited attached to rate. They've rebranded, so to speak. When you heard the last caller, I said it should be sold off totally, or better still, shut down. What do you feel about that?
Well, the process is ongoing, and I think they have said things that are very germane to the topic. NPC is NNPC
yes.
has been a sick child, and there's a time for the government to go into that place. And LEC, some funds were even taken for rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Let those people be taken before the commission, and let them refund some of those funds before we can really realize what is the actual value of
Who will now refund the funds?
Of course, time does not run against the state in criminal prosecution.
Yeah.
If anybody is indicted for taking funds for maintenance and they have not so maintained, they should refund the funds.
All right, thank you so much. Yusufu Abubakar, he is the chairman of Legal Patriotic Lawyers, right? And of course, one-time SG president way back 1983. 42 years ago. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate a wonderful analysis.
Thank you so much.
Well, viewers and listeners on radio, this will call it to wrap up today's edition of Politics Today. Next week, Saturday, Sunday, Duke Okosu will be on the ground to unravel to you more issues arising in our country and beyond on the program Politics Today. Bye for now.
SSI TV.
Certainly the best.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Tech Today on Independent Television, your #1 stop for everything innovation, gadgets, and technology shaping the way we live and work. I am Momo Lawal, or you can call me Mr. Kankan, and you'll be right. And today, we are beaming our focus on the power of the sun, literally. Yes, the topic is the power of solar innovation in Nigeria. Across the country, more Nigerians are turning to solar energy for light, for comfort, and business continuity. But how much do we really know about this solar technology that is changing the way we power our world? To help us understand this, I have with me an electrical engineer and a solar engineer specialist, Engineer Elisha Leo Asikidi. He has worked on several solar installation and energy projects, and it will be helping us unpack how solar energy works, what innovations are happening right now, and of course, what the future looks like for Nigeria. But before we dive into all of that, Engineer Elisha, how are you doing? Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning,
all right, thank you very much for coming. All right, and as usual, before we go into all of this, we'll give you the biggest tech headlines that is making waves both globally and locally. We call it the Tech Updates segment. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Welcome back, guys. It's still Tech Today, and we are diving into the Tech Update segment. Yes, number one on the Tech Update, we have that Apple has rolled out a groundbreaking eye tracking feature on the iPhone 16. This allows users to control the phone using only their eyes. No touch, no voice, just gaze. Okay, it uses an advanced AI to interpret where you're looking and respond accordingly. This means you can just scroll through apps, reply to messages, or even open your photo just by looking at your phone. You know, it's a game changer for people with mobility or physical challenges. This is a feature that just shows you that technology is not only about convenience, but it's about inclusion. Elisha, what do you think about that innovation by Apple?
Well, this innovation by Apple is actually for those who are physically.
But I think it's something that I want to use, to just use my eyes to be controlling my device.
Well, you already have your hands.
But for convenience, I'm just saying.
It's just for the convenience of
yeah.
Who do not have the ability to. So you use your eyes to do the...
To your phone. But I'm just imagining how it would be. We're waiting for it. We'll bring you guys more updates on that on the show, of course, as it unfolds. Next on the tech updates, we have that Starlinks has introduced what we call community Wi-Fi in parts of Africa and Asia. So instead of everyone buying an expensive dish, a single Starlink hotspot can now serve an entire community at a much cheaper rate. It's like having one Wi-Fi dish in a village and everybody connects to it just like a cafe hotspot. This could close the internet gap in remote areas and give schools and small businesses reliable access. Imagine a rural area in Edo State or Taraba streaming online classes through Starlink's shared Wi-Fi. Elisha, what is not fascinating?
It is fascinating, and if you look, technology is actually evolving every day.
Yes.
And so those who were in the market before will leave the market for the new ones.
So yeah, I really like this tech update because, as a matter of fact, it shows you that we don't even know what we're going to expect in the next 5 years in terms of technology.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I like that. You know, it's a good one. Big ups to Elon Musk's team. Next on the tech update, still globally, we have that Apple and Google are collaborating to establish global safety standards for artificial intelligence. They want to make sure that AI behaves responsibly and protects user data. It's like both companies, you know, Apple and Google is big companies, they're big companies, they are agreeing on traffic rules so that your phone's artificial intelligence doesn't go around, you know, misusing your information or doesn't even go rogue on you. You know, this partnership will can make everyday device safer for users worldwide. You know, Elisha, you know, I'm really particular about this tech update because it actually addresses privacy concern. What do you like about this?
Only thing I can say that I like about this collaboration is the fact that I can now back up my Apple memories on the Google Drive, instead of the iCloud.
And also, they are not trying to ensure that you don't. There are certain things that the cloud would know. They don't want the cloud to know everything about you. If you don't want them to know certain things about you, it will not upload such information to the cloud anymore. It will just stay locally on your phone.
Yeah,
it's a good
innovation.
Now, coming here home in Nigeria, we have that our Nigerian government has signed an agreement with a Chinese solar giant, LONGi, to build 1 gigawatt solar panel factory. The goal is to produce panels locally and reduce the high cost of importing them. So this means very soon we could start buying made in Nigeria solar panels that are going to be cheaper and easy to access. This could actually transform Nigeria's renewable energy sector and create thousands of jobs. You know, imagine a tech hub in Benin City that could, you know, install affordable local panels made here in Nigeria. I know this is something relating to what we're discussing today, Elisha.
Well, it's a good initiative by the government to come into this collaboration with LONGi. Well, it has been well overdue.
Yeah,
because at least for it to reduce the cost of the way we buy our panels and all. So it's a good one.
Oh, man, I'm liking the tech updates as we go. And also in tech update locally, we have the Lagos State. We shared this with you a few weeks ago. That Lagos State, they are going into what we call smart traffic lights. Now, Lagos State, they are currently testing smart traffic lights that uses sensor and artificial intelligence to control timing based on real-time traffic flow. So it's like traffic lights that have brains. When one lane is very full, it gives that lane more time to move. You know, this smart traffic system can reduce congestion and, you know, fuel wastage in busy cities. You know, I particularly like this one that traffic lights, smart traffic lights. It just makes me understand that maybe, you know, normally we have our traffic light that normally move for maybe 90 seconds or 60 seconds. Now, it doesn't have to wait the whole 90 seconds if it sees that the place is now being congested. It just automatically just turns green and it allows people to move freely. It's not a good one.
It's a good one and it's actually powered by solar anyway.
Oh, it is powered by solar?
Yeah, because you can't use that when we have poor power supply.
I don't know about that power supply, but I know it's not exactly poor, it has improved.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. And, you know, but I'm scared. Will people actually obey those traffic lights?
Why not? Lagos is a place where they've advanced even more than many states in the country. So you don't just be the light there anyhow.
Okay.
You have to take
There's a fine for that.
Yeah.
And lastly, in the tech updates, we have Inoso Motors have launched what we call an electric delivery van. So Inoso Motors have announced plans actually to release electric delivery van next year. These vehicles will run on batteries instead of fuel and making them cleaner and cheaper to maintain. So think of this as a delivering vans that you can charge with like your phone, where you charge your phone. There's no petrol, no noise, no pollution. This move marks Nigeria's entry into fast-growing electric mobility industry. Elisha, imagine delivery companies now using this. You know, you are driving your vehicles. We know we graduated from using petrol to now using CNG, and now we're now having electric vehicles, and it's now even going into the logistics area. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a perfect one for us because it's high time we start trusting our brands. And, you know, bringing out this kind of brand electric vehicle, well, it's a 100% plus for us.
It's a 100% plus. I'm sure that we can charge them regularly because I like this, you know, becoming fair and all of that. Now, these are the top stories that's happening right now in tech, and let us dive right now into our topic for today, which is the power of solar innovation in Nigeria. Elisha, thank you very much again for joining us on the program. So let's just begin with this basic. What exactly is solar energy, and how does this solar power technology, how does it work?
Okay, solar energy is the conversion of sunlight to electricity. Just it's as simple as that. Where you use, where the photovoltaic cells are being charged up through the sunlight and sent to the house. So basically, the things that you use to, store these things are batteries.
Yeah.
Then from the batteries, you get to use your inverters to invert the charges that are stored in the batteries to your house, to your homes.
Because the energy that comes there is in the DC.
In the DC, yes, and which the inverter changes.
DC means direct current.
Direct current, which the inverter changes to alternating current.
AC.
To AC.
Okay.
So, the process it takes is when there's sunlight, the cells take charges from the sun.
Okay.
Then, you have your positive and negative cables, which are from the panels to your charge controller. And these charge controllers, you use them according to the numbers of panels that you want to use for your home or businesses.
Oh.
So with that charge controller, your panels are being connected to it. Then from there to your inverter, from your battery, or your inverter to your battery, at least the battery has to power the inverter. So when all this happens, it's just like a circle. The sunlight goes to the charge controller goes to the battery, the inverter goes to the battery. Whatever is stored in the battery, there will not be sunlight for the whole day.
Yes.
So at night, the inverter inverts whatever it is that's left of the battery to give you at least power supply for the remaining of the hour or the night.
Wow, this is very, very good to take in. I really like how you explain it to us. That's why you're the solar energy expert. Now, I understand that solar energy has become very popular, and I don't know how affordable it is. Maybe you can share light on that, and also describe how we Nigerians are the progress in adopting this solar energy so far.
With the high level of marketing that we engineers are already trying to enlighten people about using solar and letting them know that solar is way cheaper than you running on gen, with the high cost of fuel, you running electricity or BEDC, because many people run their homes with what they call it, high bills.
Yes.
So
most of the bills, sometimes they are even
estimated bills. So the thing is, there are initiatives that have been put down for you to be able to afford this solar. Firstly, you can go with paying small. There are companies who agree to you for you to pay small. You come, you give them the plans, or they give you the plans which you can get to whatever it is that you want. If it's the 1 kVA, 2 kVA, 3 kVA, 5 kVA.
So you pay by installments?
Yes, you pay installmental. So with those kind of initiatives, it has become easier and affordable for people to use.
So it's not exactly expensive
No,
now.
it's not, except you have the money, you just go for it at once.
Okay, now we've been discussing solar, and a lot of people are already using this solar energy. So now I want to understand, what are the most common misconceptions that Nigerians have about solar energy? What are the things that we're not getting properly? You can maybe share with us.
Firstly, I would like to talk on my own personal experience.
Okay.
So I met a client which I told her about going solar, because she was always complaining that their transformer gets bad more often.
Yeah.
So I said, why don't you just go solar to save you the stress, all these many talks and all. So she was like, solar that my sister's house caught fire. And I said, how are you sure that is the solar that made your sister's house to get that fire? Why are you not saying, okay, whether it's from maybe the normal light she decides or from her? Why are you sure it's solar? And that aside, is because your sister used a low-level engineer, someone with much experience, and the quality that the person used. So those things are one of the things we face. And some people will say it's expensive, so we'll try to let them know that you can pay small for these products, and they are good to go.
So the misconception most people think that solar can make their house go on fire and all of that. Some people think that solar is only for the rich. That's also a misconception.
No, not really. Anyway,
they always feel that buying any equipment of that will maybe incur more cost to you. And now you are making us understand that you can pay installments.
Yes, to get whatever it is.
So talking about solar, we know that technology is evolving every day, Elisha. So what are some of the new solar technology that Nigerians should be excited about? What are the things that are coming into solar that we can be excited about in the near future?
Okay, yeah, there are several things that are being produced right now in the market. There's the bifacial solar panels. Those ones attract charges from both the face and that's the top and the back.
Oh,
like from Honda
from the panel.
Yes.
Oh, it's attracted from top
and it gives more efficiency.
Wow, but doesn't now get charges from bottom when the sun is not hitting there? Oh, through the heat from the aluminum or your roof.
Yes, from the roof.
Okay.
So it does another kind of innovation. And there are also other things that even the longer is also trying to do, you know, to get a kind of charge that everything that's both the monocrystalline, the polycrystalline, whatever it is, the silicon, everything put together with whatever they're producing, now charges it more than 50% of what monocrystalline to produce. Yes,
but it will not affect the battery. It will not be overcharging or too much.
No, you know, when you are getting that, it means you are getting more batteries or a higher battery watts.
Okay.
So in getting those kind of things, you have to go for maybe lithium batteries, 15 kilowatts, 20 kilowatts. At least it will charge faster, even while it's cloudy, no sun.
Oh, because that's another thing that will not restrain from solar. They say when it's cloudy or it doesn't really charge more.
That's why we advise people to go for more panels. You know, when you have more panels put together.
But more panels, you are seeing this more panels as if it's cheap. It's quite expensive.
You are paying small anyway.
Okay. It's still Tech Today on Independent Television, and Elisha and I were discussing the power of solar innovation in Nigeria, and it's just sharing what is solar and what we can learn about solar. And moving forward, we're going to ask him more questions just after the break. Don't go nowhere. When we come back, we'll throw more questions at Elisha. Welcome back to the program. It's still Tech Today on Independent Television, and we're discussing the power of solar energy, the innovation of solar energy in Nigeria, how solar has really helped us in Nigeria, and what is solar energy in general. So we have Engineer Elisha, who is a solar energy expert and also an electrical engineer with us in the studio, and has been answering lots of questions for us. So Engineer Elisha, you know, I know that in one way or the other, we need government's involvement in solar. So what way do you think our Nigerian governments can help us, you know, make this affordable, this solar energy affordable, or make it easy for us so that everybody, and most people in Nigeria, not everybody can actually have access to this innovation, this technology?
Well, one of the things we actually face about the solar product is importation. The tax which has been placed on importing those solar products down to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Well, if the governments can be so kind to, you know, reduce the taxes for those products.
When you say taxes, remember our government is big on tax. Okay.
Then also, the government can also do the subsidize some of the products. At least, I know they are trying to do a factory here that can now produce panels, which is also a good thing ahead. Yeah. So it will reduce the costs actually for us. Then also, private companies also are going to play a role based on paying small, the installment payments.
Okay,
and all. So that role, again, would help people who really do not have much, but can pay that, you know, small.
Governments can also assist people to
pay.
Yes,
to at least. So that's part of also the subsidy that they can do for people to be able to get these products. Which is also
now, thank you very much. I have this question. It has been on my mind. Somebody has asked me before in the past, and I want to bring it to you now. We know solar energy really helps us nowadays in our country, but do you think solar can replace the national grid, say in 10 or 20 years from now?
Well, Truthfully,
Yes.
it might not or it cannot, but it will reduce.
Why?
Because you have to produce a lot of watts for people to use.
But imagine we are in a community that has, many amounts of solar panels are mounted there, and they say for that community, let's assume they want to go solar, total solar, and they want to cut out of the national grid.
Except that community has not had anything about national grid, light or whatever.
Okay.
If it's maybe an opening, a new community,
Yeah.
and they can say, okay, instead of relying on the national grid, let's just go solar. And it's going to cost a lot also, based on, because these are new people already there. It's not as if they already had units there beforehand.
So the
So
infrastructure,
where you already have the national grid, so it's going to be very hard to now say you want to switch from the national grid. Totally, yes. So it will only reduce the usage of the national grid.
Now let's talk about batteries. We know that batteries is like the powerhouse of solar. Now, does this battery does it affect the cost? Is it what makes solar more expensive, or does it also affect the lifespan of solar systems?
Well, it affects the lifespan of solar system positively.
Okay.
Because with the batteries, you cannot just be running on solar only at noon. You also have the night and maybe early morning. And these batteries are what you use to run throughout those periods.
So a good battery, how long can it last you? A good battery?
8 hours.
No, eventually, long-term wise, can it last you for 5 years before it
Yes,
gets bad?
for the tubular batteries, it can last you from 2 to 3 years or more.
Before you replace them?
Depending on the
usage.
maintenance culture. But for the lithium, 10 to 15 years.
Wow.
Yes, because the maintenance is done internally. You don't need to do much. As long as it's been connected well, the materials used are of good quality, then it can last you for 10 to 15 years.
Beautiful. Speaking of good quality, and also you mentioned earlier, I want to know, what are the biggest mistakes engineers make when they are installing solar? Share with us. I believe you must have installed several panels and all of that to different clients. What are the mistakes that you think people make when installing this solar system?
Well, one of the mistakes people make or engineers make is not having a good solar installation system. How? Like, when you want to install solar, you have cases that you can build for your batteries. You don't just bring batteries and put them on the floor where anybody can reach it. A person who you are installing solar for has children, and the children can come there and, just by touching the battery valves and all, you don't just leave it there like that. We have cases which we can build, and you put those batteries there. They are locked but exposed at some sites where the emission can just easily go out from. So those things are one of the mistakes they make. Another mistake is the low quality material. You're fixing a solar of 10 kVA, 20 kVA, then you are using a low quality wire of 1 mm or 1.5 mm. Now, when you are fixing those kind of things, you use materials that can hold the strength of energy which passes through, so that you don't have the scenario of this wire got burnt, then from there entered, so my house now got burnt. No, use good quality materials. You are being paid for this, so why not just buy this thing instead of you trying to be greedy to minimize costs for it.
All right, thank you so much. I've really learned a lot today. We've had a truly enlightening conversation today with Engineer Elisha Leo Asikidi. He's an expert in solar technology. He has explained to us from how solar works to how Nigerians' growing investment in renewable energy. It's clear that solar power is not just the future, okay? It is the present solution to our electricity challenges, okay? As we move towards a cleaner and smarter Nigeria, I want you all to remember that the sun does not charge anyone, okay? What we need are smart minds, of course, and the right innovation to harness it. And like Elisha said, we need to also get good materials also, so we don't go and start getting inferior materials that will not, cause us harm later in the future. All right, that is all we can take on today's edition of Tech Today. Don't forget that we do this on radio every Monday by 8:30 p.m. We call it Tech Info. Okay, join me again next week for another deep dive into the world of technology and innovation that is transforming our everyday life. My name is Momo Lawal. You can call me Mr. Kankan. Till then, stay bright, stay innovative, and keep shining with solar power. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.
Your first show.
I see this.
Your shoe shine.
He depend them. I see the pen them. Money is sweet us. I see this.
Your first show. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
What did that person talk?
Okay. Price is this chicken. Hold on.
Nah.
Give me 20.
No, that's 10,000.
How much you want to buy?
How much you want to sell?
Like how much you want to buy? Okay, make carry a first man, you know what you want to buy. Carry a first man, you know what you want to buy.
Carry on. Make I give you 10,000. See Anna. But food deal.
Okay. Wait. Okay, how much you say you want to pay?
15,000.
15. How much you say you want to pay?
Nah, 10. 10,000. Money not in Nigeria.
Waiting day up. Agree to. Okay, agree to. We must continue to thank Baba God for what He don't do from the beginning of this year to this end of this year, 2025. Well done, no. If He not be God, tell me where we for day. Enemies want try to bring us down. They cannot bring us down. Down. It gets so many things where we say we must thank God. It gets so many things for this our country where we must beg Baba God. So many Nigerians get many things for their mind though. To say not be God. Awa. Correct. Everywhere good though. Anywhere you there, Lagos, Nigeria, Abuja, Sokoto, Edo, Oga, how's everything? It don't tell you. He's alive now. He's our Senate president. Where in there? They are Sorok. Now only the former governor and our former Labour Oga in Ngige.
No,
Akpabio, they use jet can't come out yesterday. You never hear? Dangote private jet. They say below the poor jam. We even they pray make it survive. What did Ngige do? Ngige. What did he do? Because he no grief for what they talk now.
He won't leave the white bagger. He don't go another area.
Man, I made it push you.
He don't leave the bagger. Come on for.
They don't leave her. They don't leave them. Now they go carry our former governor, our former Labour minister, go Kuje prison. The only person who talk truth for Anambra State, we make Anambra people know say money day. Now that anger, now it's still they worry them till now. You know, so I make Anambra people know say money day Anambra. That time we be governor, so they still a verse. Based on the eyes of masses when he open.
Even as the man tell them, say he get money to bail himself. He can provide any bail condition. Still yet.
They still
yet. They don't still live.
They don't agree.
Opposite, he get the money, he get the facility, he get everything to bail himself. Still yet, they still tell us, say, go rest for Kuje. Because he know.
If you talk truth now, you die. If you lie, you still die. The only way you go take leave. Now when you agree for what they do.
Jet and our soldiers where they Burkina Faso, they don't come back.
They don't come back.
Now you are the ass. Our soldiers were there for Burkina. Our soldiers were there for Burkina. And our jet were there. Ibrahim Traore, don't leave him.
I want to ask another question. Waiting day happen.
Yeah.
You understand?
If you want to travel now,
you know we travel early. You know we travel late. You don't understand? And if you want to travel, come on for house, go your park, and in between 10 and 4 o'clock, make sure now you take the travel. You don't understand? Between 10.
You get anything to tell God about Nigeria before 2026?
Anything I get to tell God about Nigeria.
But about Nigeria before 2026.
One prayer.
Nigeria are good.
One prayer what they ask God for. Now mercy.
Have mercy.
Mercy. Without the mercy of God, the country will remain useless. But when God show mercy, if God will help you, God will even help government, help everybody. You see everything go there well.
Now be waiting you want to tell God.
Now be waiting. See, Politicians mind dey God hand. Na the day wey God wan show mercy, he will go turn their heart. You see Pharaoh, God say, you see Pharaoh, him mind dey my hand. I go harden him heart, make do that way dey hide. May I feel, may I do what I want to do. You know why you read that for your Bible? So God can harden, God can soften, God can lose the mind. The mind be like a computer where God, they go just press and say, psh, psh. Because I dey press you because as you say, you don't dey chop. I don't know that knowledge is journalist, that you dey chop. That's all that is there.
Abego, federal government, abego.
What is it called?
Insecurity, federal government, abeg. Abeg. I see you. Are they for Joshua now? Baba God, that's our prayer. Baba God, that's how Nigerians pray. We are this old boys, the verse. You don't tire. I can't much for this one now. This one? That's more money now. Last price. Don't let anybody hear now. Now 18K. Now 18K, my brother. Now 18 I sell them. Now they say my own. I say powder 18K. Now 18K. Now I say my own. My own they pass 18.
True.
Other people they sell 20, but me they sell like 18K. Why you there among the people where they frustrate Nigerians? Why you there among the people they frustrate us? This one 80,000. Okay. One idea so don't pass. You don't pass for straight. They don't put me for. They don't frustrate me already. No one's need. I know they don't go. I want to go. I want to go China. I want to go back to China again. I want to go China. I give 5,000 naira. I want to go China. 5,000 naira. Okay, those are 5,000. Now 80. I'm about to go for China. I'm about to go for China. Let's say China. Okay, now China. What you talk? What is the missing guy? Let's say China. Nigeria they produce this one. Maybe Japan. Now Japan go meet. Now Japan go meet now. I'm going to Japan. Okay. See me could reduce children clothes. I mean the producer. How much last? Now 18K last. Why you go like to cheat Nigerians for this thing? Nigeria cheat me, oh. Why you go like to cheat us? Nigeria said they cheat me. Nigeria cheat me.
Also, waiting they happen.
So many parents and so many papa and mama they want to buy their children clothes. But Christmas cloth now, New Year cloth now, shoe. If you not get from 50K la lie.
No, 15K for shoe. See something like this now.
Like how much?
25K. 25K this one.
Why you behave?
Now Nigeria went not good again.
Girl, are you going to do this kind of thing?
Not be made one.
Say this one 25,000.
Now what do you see and buy for market too? I know the lie for you.
How much? Ọgbẹ́ máa bẹ tí a wò sá ló pé ẹ wò. Ọgbẹ́ máa bẹ tí a wò sá ló pé ẹ wò. Sá ló gbé ẹ wò. Ọgbẹ́ máa bẹ tí a wò. Oga, excuse me. Now I want to beg Nigerians, in case you go buy something, stop to the think, make you not go forget the things where you buy. But to buy children clothes now for this Christmas and New Year, the price don't go high, you. But they sell children clothes or children. Now adult show clothes. Which show they sell that time?
Now adult know they sell now.
Adult.
Confirm.
May I tell you? Correct. Nigerians the best for when we be businessmen or businessmen.
We.
How much for jeans now? Where the jeans?
5,000. Now we get jeans now. Don't believe it. Jeans.
Made in China or made in Nigeria?
Made in China.
Made in China.
Yeah.
Let me say China don't take over Nigeria.
Confirm.
China.
Nigeria will encourage our people. That's why I be like that now. After Nigeria encourage our people like Abba Abba get everything to give us what we want for this country. Now our government will encourage them. If we encourage Abba, that's what we want. Abba will give us this country. Confirm.
Bring her, come on, hold on.
How much? This one now 22,000. It's up so 22,000. Now you have the price. Confirm.
Where you get that kind of wicked mind like that?
No,
22,000 naira.
That's what it be. That's what I say. Also, our people they encourage our people. If we don't reach like that, say our government empower Abba. All this Abba will give us all these things, and the price not go reach like this. But our government will help us. So all these things as the import come.
You mean say everything here is from China?
Everything imported now. So that's why I be like that. Everything imported. Yes. That's because most of this is like all power they wear for leg now. If you import and come, you go there, but those who get for buy they cheaper. Confirm. So also people say empower about people. Don't give us every time go they cheap. So as you import and come, you must there.
Like you 10,000. I buy it for one of my. I want to buy it from one of my. How much last?
That's all the price.
15K.
No, not the price. Not the price. I told 5,000.
17,000.
No.
17,000.
I know what.
17,000.
No.
Waiting day.
You know what?
17,000.
No.
I go mad you. I go mad. Who they say children close? Children close. Who they say children close? What? Where did they say children close? Where did they say children close? Oh.
Waiting day up.
This chicken.
Enemies don't go by kerosene. They put my mouth down for cellophane. They want to eat me like a dolphin. They call my lucky say bring some sugar cane. There's some things I cannot take it for cellophane. Since Linda chop you a banana, and politicians no come to
waiting day.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Mama!
Not be me and you for my
Not be sporty, no! Mommy, compliment of the season. Nice to see you, mommy. I say make I just holler you. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo, salogbe. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo, salogbe. Salogbe. I don dey go. Beti awo,
salogbe ewo.
Ogbe ma beti awo,
salogbe ewo.
Salogbe.
Maigu polupo, salogbe.
Waiting day up.
If it not be God, tell me where I for the enemies want try to bring me down. They cannot bring us down. Down. God. You get anything we want to tell God before 2026?
May God give me better work.
How are you? You get anything we would like to tell God before next year?
To tell God is to give me good health. I'm okay with that.
Not in this country you there.
Nigeria.
Not in this country you there.
Nothing that happened.
You never put Nigeria Nigeria for prayer point.
How many times can you be praying for Nigeria every day? We can't be praying for Nigeria every day now. Everything we have for Nigeria, we go pray for Nigeria. Nigeria should pray itself out.
Why are we wicked like this?
Wicked for who?
Why are we wicked? Why Nigerians, why are we wicked?
What's the rest?
You say make God give you good health.
Yes.
And you don't say make God give Nigeria good health.
Nigeria, the secret way Nigeria get that the leaders cause them.
Again, anything where you will tell God before next year.
I thank you for the work you do for me for this year. This next year will better pass. In Jesus' name.
What of your country, Nigeria? No, tell God about your country.
Nothing God will save us for this country. Nothing that I'll get to talk.
We are not poor Again, anything where you want to tell God before 2026. Make God hear.
No worry. I already discussed with my God. God don't want for me.
What of our country, Nigeria?
Nigeria, the Sheko. Problem in Nigeria. Problem in Nigeria. Nigeria, no balance.
Baba, how do you also now? Get anything where you want to tell God before next year?
I want to tell them more.
You get anything where you want to tell God? Tell God. Well, they hear you tell. You get anything where you want to tell God before next year? 2026.
I want to tell God, may you help me tell Tinubu. May you help Tinubu in fact. May help Nigerians. May Tinubu help Nigerians. Now I want to tell God.
Because you tell God. Make God tell Tinubu.
No, may help Tinubu. May help Nigerians. Now I want to tell God, I beg. We want to suffer. See,
You don't see Christmas the past you. You don't see an army. It shock you. It shock you.
You get anything where you want to tell God before next year?
What's that? Tell God. Who get up in the morning? He wake up in the morning. He go say, God, thank you. Nothing past that one.
Out of your country, Nigeria. You're not going to tell us about your country.
The country, we are managers. We are
managing the country.
So we are pushing us small. Anywhere you see condition where they go and pour.
To buy cloth na wahala. To buy shoe na wahala. To buy bus na wahala. To buy trousers na wahala. To buy top na wahala. To buy jeans na wahala. Not let anybody hear how much last for the shirt.
This shirt was 8,000 and last.
8,000.
Sharp. I think sharp.
You get anything where you want to tell God before next year?
What do I want to tell God before next year? What do I want to tell God before next year? We say make health still day, make my health reach next year for good, make next year better pass this year in Jesus' name.
What of your country, Nigeria? You don't tell God about your country.
Leave country Nigeria. Country Nigeria day on why? Because Nigeria don't want to settle himself.
How do you also now?
You go live long, you go live long.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas and
Again.
Soon, waiting they happen.
This chicken.
Enemies don't go by kerosene. They put my mouth out for kerosene. They want to eat me like a dolphin. They call my body say bring some sugar cane. There's some things I cannot take it for cellophane. Since Linda chop, she went banana. The politicians no go.
Soon, waiting they happen.
Hold on, they go. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Hey, whoa. Okay, New Benin, no traffic officer. No traffic officer this kind of time. The traffic lights, so you know they work.
Nothing.
Traffic officer not there. There's no traffic officer yet. Traffic light not they work. Everybody they drive anyhow.
Oh my God.
Asta. Demo.
Vital verse. Where your camera? Is there here?
Yes.
I beg. If you not say you there abroad, even though you not wish me anything at all, I beg. If you see this face, I beg. Just wish her happy Christmas. We don't ask you money. We don't ask you anything. We don't miss you. Not make you they invite you. I beg. We not say make you give us money. Oh, I beg. Just wish us happy Christmas.
Use your face. Look the camera.
Don't come and talk. I beg.
No. What do you want to get before next year?
God, I beg. Anything when they bother me for mind, I beg do it for me. Anybody who say we know see next year, Holy Ghost,
what of
fire.
What do you want to do for Nigeria?
Nigeria, what do you want to do for Nigeria? I mean, everybody they live well for Nigeria. Everybody stop. Everybody stop one religion. Boko Haram, go your own. Christianity, we don't know you. This one, we don't know you. Everybody will they live as one. Oh yeah, if not 50 cents like that, peace will do. Religion will make wahala start. Start to wahala. Religion will make problems, start everything. The religion fight that they fight you. May I tell you, you be Christian, I be? Me, I be Christian. I dare wahala for come. Why you not to say you be Boko Haram? May you not yet say that you support Boko Haram? Nobody will kidnap each other.
When you go hospital, go check yourself last.
My brother, I don't get maternity tested because Nigeria problem.
Only God can do what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable. Only God can do. God, answer our prayer. God.
What?
Wow.
Give me my
Yesterday night I see you for where they talk for Ute, yes. See that woman, in fact, as that woman they greet governor. Me, I go lie down for road, greet governor. Because where the other, if I may no talk, that governor is his best for me to only to do that road alone where they pass. If I reach Temboga Junction, from there to my house is 5 minutes at the Macham. You see, as they show yesterday night, as that place deep where we say go enter like 3 to 4 upstairs. As they look as it be now, as they look as even when they tie rope for your waist, may you no fall inside gutter, as they watch everything. So that governor, God go bless him. I'm telling you, God go bless that man. You see that inside that place, he enter 4 5 upstairs, deep. But that man do him. If I dey go there, 5 minutes, I dey match my motor, 120, I don't reach my house. So if you see that governor, tell him say I dey greet him. Thank you very much. Yes.
Tell her say you wish.
Tell her say I dey greet her, they wish happy Christmas and New Year in advance. And the next.
Your first show. Your shoe shine.
He dey pain them. I see the pain them. Money is sweet us. See this.
Your first show. wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
What did that person talk?
Okay. Price is this chicken. Hold on.
Nah.
Give me 20.
No, that's 10,000.
She want to buy.
How much you want to sell?
Like how much you want to buy? Okay, make carry a first man, you know what you want to buy. Carry a first man, you know what you want to buy.
Carry on. Make I give you 10,000. See Anna, but food deal.
Okay, wait. Okay, how much you say you want to pay?
15,000. 15.
How much you say you want to pay?
Nah, 10. 10,000. Money not there, Nigeria.
Soon, waiting they happen. Soon, waiting they happen.
This chicken.
Enemies don't go buy kerosene. They put my man down for cellophane. They want to eat me like a dolphin. They call my lucky say bring some sugar cane. There's some things I cannot take it for cellophane. Since Linda chop you a banana, the politicians not come to pay.
Soon, waiting they happen.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Mama!
Not be me and you for my
Not be sporty, no! Mommy, compliment of the season. Nice to see you, mommy. I say make I just holler you. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo, salogbe. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo. Ogbe ma beti awo, salogbe ewo, salogbe. Salogbe. I don dey go. Beti awo,
Salogbe ewo.
ogbe ma beti awo,
Salogbe ewo.
salogbe.
Màá gùn pọ́nùpọ́, salogbe, salogbe, salogbe.
Soon, waiting they happen.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy.